Hey, welcome to ChargeBack's Whiteboard Monday. This week we are going to look at aspects of how you can avoid a chargeback and dispute a chargeback if it happens. Let's take a look at how a chargeback typically happens, right? Your buyer has contacts the issuing bank initially, right? And they have requested for a chargeback. Right? Buyer contacts the bank, and the bank in turn contacts your payment processor, which can be PayPal or Google Checkout or Braintree payments, right? Any of this, the payment processor. And in turn, they contact you asking for documentation, right? So when they are asking for documentation, of course, you need to be prepared, right? So what are the things that you can do to avoid such an eventuality or react when such an eventuality happens, right? So you need to keep accurate records of all the access, right? When the sign up happened. If you can track the IP addresses, make sure you can store that, and have proof of delivery if the product involves shipping, and definitely the usage logs, right? So if you are able to pull up all these details and then package it and send it back as part of your supporting documentation, that will be great. And definitely you should respond very promptly for any refund request from your buyer, especially because if the customer is saying, hey, cancel my application access, right? Cancel my account, or they say downgrade it, or they just say I don't want to use this, right? At the end of trial they want to stop it. Make sure you are acting on it immediately and don't keep it. You can definitely engage in conversation to figure out why they are leaving, if they can retain and all that, but make sure you act immediately, right? That's one of the primary reasons why most of the chargeback happens. And if your product involves shipping, make sure you do not charge too early, right? So make sure you are charging it as close to your shipping date as possible, so that you are it doesn't show up in their credit card statement too early before they actually receive the item. And if the chargeback has happened, what do you do, right? You should definitely respond very quickly with proof of these details, and make sure you address the specific points, including have an exhaustive and valid response to the chargeback request. If the customer says I did not use it, you should provide usage records proving that they actually use the system, if that is the case, right? And you should try to contact the customer directly and avoid the chargeback whenever possible. You could offer them a refund, or you could have a conversation with them clarifying who is the vendor and why. Say if your product is similar to, say, 37 Signals, where the product is named differently but the company name is different, make sure you clarify that with the customer. Of course, you would have seen in the previous video that you could actually put the DBA name as your product name to avoid such ambiguity. And you can request a customer to withdraw the chargeback request. Of course, you will still be liable to pay the clerical charges for the chargeback, but at least you can make sure the records are clean in terms of withdrawing the chargeback and have a better credit history against your merchant account. Right? With all these points, you should definitely be able to dispute a chargeback much better. We'll see you next week. Thank you.